Hey guys, and welcome back to Imperator Rome. We're playing as Rome. We're playing on very hard. We're playing on the Cicero patch 1.2. We have been playing for about 24 years. We have conquered most of Italy. We have conquered some of Greece and some of Illyria, Greece. We're looking at Macedon, but he's protected. So we're looking at finishing off the Italian boot here. Maybe going against these because they are distracted. Syracuse is my ally, but that's not gonna last, so maybe take a simple or easy war against these. Tarentum here. Gonna keep an eye on what are we looking at actually. What is the short command for Control U? That's a gonna have them go down here. Poised to attack Tarentum. Meanwhile, gonna have you march down here. You can go here because we're looking to get into Brutia here as well at some point during this episode. Our aggressive expansion is high but not too bad. So I'm concerned. Wow, look at that defensive chain these people have, huh? So it's pretty much everyone here, right? The whole northern Italian province of Cisalpine or Transalpine Gaul is looking. That's a big defensive chain, huh? Messalia is allied with Emporion. Now the Greek states. An old Greek colony. So we're taking out Tarentum here. So we're going to start with an easy war. Do they have a port? They don't. Brutia doesn't have a port on the fort either. Probably gonna invest some of my money into my provinces actually. So they are producing iron here. So down here we can have a cult of Isis, which is going to. We're gonna get some money if we. The ISIS crisis. So that's a fun pun. The ISIS crisis of Velia. There have been large disagreement between the followers of the ISIS cult and the locals, city of Velia, in Lucania. As the cultists have tried to recruit more followers, discussions has come to a head with the local inhabitants of the city over religious matters, as well as the rights of the foreign cult should have the rights of the foreign cults should have on local soil. So the ISIS cult have offered us a fund in return for our aid in these issues, where our people have asked to get rid of the cult for good. So either get rid of the cult, kill some people, 50% of the people die, or keep the status quo and lose stability, or get some money, and we're gonna get some. We're gonna take the money and the local unrest. That's fine. So march over and try to stack wipe that. Our military guy is dead. Corvinus, you can be my man, even though you're not excellent. You're fine. So yeah, invest in my provinces. So here we have barracks. Here we're producing iron, which is good. We're going to invest in not the foundry but a mill to increase the slaves moving here. Gonna check on this. This is wine, fish. We have some honey here. We're building a fort there. Sheep, olive oil, furs, and then leather. So in our capital we did build a mine here. We have a I'm actually going to remove the barracks here. I know that's I'm gonna build a farming settlement. Hope that some slaves move in, or we can move some slaves. Gonna build a slave estate here. Another barracks. We're producing wood there, so we are actually losing food here now, which is not perfect. So yeah, I'm gonna try to... Actually, we have a lot of pops here as well. Or sorry, citizens. Can't build anything in Rome. Well, I should actually increase my building slots here. Even though we could use some import, but I don't think a lot of people wants to trade with us, unfortunately. So they is going to get another building academy. I might remove... they are producing wine there. Do I need wine that much? Local freedman happiness. No. So... Gonna get another library to promote more people into citizens, because I need that... Gonna check. Campania has a lot of citizens as well, so we're probably gonna build a couple of academies, libraries here to facilitate the growth in our technology gain, right? So they're producing hemp in Nola, which is something I kind of want to have in my capital at some point. Otherwise we have... This is fine. Not gonna touch that for now. We have a foundry here. Not necessarily something I'm thrilled about. I'm gonna build an academy for them. Maybe remove the foundry. Plonk down a library. So we've spent like 500 gold there, and they did recruit a mercenary stack, it seems. Not something I'm super worried about. So what we're going to do is find new Pontifex Maximus. Rallianus, you're fine. Gonna get a new consul here, same faction. Same faction, don't mind. And then we are going to... Looks like Carthage is going to take over Sicily here. So... And Saeculia is gone. I'm going to declare war. I don't have an Casus Belli. I'm gonna grab that. Oh, there we go. New consul. National tax. Going to take the... I think the fabricate speed. Can I see if we can actually colonize anything up here? We can. There we go. No. Byzantium is still here. And looks like the Paphlagonian war is going on. It's in It's going pretty bad for Pavlagona, it seems. Or, sorry, for Heraclea Pontica. Slaves revolting. Okay, gonna have to deal with that quickly here before it becomes problematic. Gonna take an aggressive expansion change, sure. Gonna have to crush those slaves, so he died, I guess. He loses popularity, that's fine. Need a new governor up here. You're fine. Gonna have to build up our navy if we ever want to go to war with Carthage. Yeah, at least double it. So livestock, well, actually shouldn't trade with the allies or subjects of Carthage, because that's not gonna last. So we're gonna win that siege probably in a couple of months here. Gonna kick up the speed to 4 while our boat is sailing. We're building up Italy quite heavily now. Building libraries, building our slave estates, building academies. We're educating the people. So that slave revolt is going to be crushed. You cannot walk on my land, you can have my marble for now. There we go. Siege 1. Corsica is losing loyalty, probably because slaves, maybe. Slaves done. Gonna take slave happiness. So crisis in Macedon. Guess it's a civil war in Macedon. Old king died. So guess this one, he's a researcher. Who was actually... So okay, never mind. Philippos became a ruler, which makes sense. So, oh, another silver shield, huh? So in our last game we got a silver shield to help us in our as Byzantium. He was our commander in the first couple of wars, and he proved to be very useful. So these were like the elite troops of the Macedonian army, or the Alexander the Great's elite regiments. So I'm gonna welcome him into the state here. We can use him as a commander. You see. He can govern these troops. So now we have a 12, 10. I can't believe this is 12 as well. He is. So we'll go back down here. We're eyeing up. Oh. Whoa. Looks like we're going to war with Carthage here sooner than expected. It looks like they actually have a foothold in Italy, which is unacceptable, to be honest. It's unacceptable. I'm going to declare that peace, and they're all going to die. I'm gonna put them to the sword. Looks like Carthage took 2 provinces from these poor fellows. And the rest of Sicily, except this province. The Mamertine Republic, which is a subject of Syracuse. So I'm actually considering going to war with Carthage right here and right now, but I do need a better claim, because I can't start a war for a claim. I have a claim on Carthage, sure, but I can't claim. I have a claim on this area, so I would never get that war score. considering we have a weaker navy. But if we declare a war here on Italian soil, we're gonna win for sure. Especially now that we've secured our fort situation. Although expansion of the tribes for sure. Honestly though, like the fort situation on the east coast looks a lot better than on the west coast, so I should probably plonk down a couple of forts. We do get this one here now, so that's gonna help out, but because usually they're gonna have a couple of naval landings here in Rome, or on our soil here. So where should we consider another fort actually? Here we need to keep that farming settlement for sure, and that's hills. How's the fortification? This. I would mind having one here, but it's only protecting this province, this province, this province, this province. Actually, it's protecting quite a lot. But it's not necessarily protecting Rome. Well, it kind of is. I want to plonk down a fort here. Let's check the situation now that we have a new fort. Some of Etruria here is not protected. Same with Latium, which is not alright. So they want a cloth. We are fine with that. I'm going to invest in another import here because we need better food in the capital region. I did build another situation here in Latium, so we're getting up there in population. I can afford to skip that for now. We do have a tax office here and a marketplace. They can stay for now. Could remove the training camp. Going to give it another academy. There we go. So actually Corsica isn't at all defended. I'm gonna plonk down. Actually I don't have. Oh, it's disloyal. I could plonk down a fort here. It's gonna protect anyone from crossing. So we're gearing up for war against Carthage here actually. That's what we're gonna do. Primary culture happiness, yes. Roman supremacy and all that. So Byzantium is allied with Bithynia. Looks like Phrygia won against Egypt and took their most valuable province. So Alexandria is in Phrygian hands. The corpse of Alexander is in the hands of Phrygia now, which makes them the legitimate Alexander successor, I guess. So what are they up to? There's a casus belli against pretty much all their neighbors. Seleucid Empire demolished Armenia. Demolished them. Yeah, do we need this fort down here? Sorry, I don't believe we do. I'm gonna have that removed. This fort is nice. It means Macedon can't cross into my land this way. And that's mountains, so he can't cross that. He can cross in here, but he still has to. No, he doesn't have to worry about that fort at that point. Whatever, I'm gonna keep it there. So I don't really like the fact that we have. Actually, by the way, if we actually just threaten war here and take, I want Laos. Is that gonna be a thing he's happy about? I want to walk on your land as well. I'm gonna have to improve my opinion with him, because I need to walk on his land to cross into Syracuse or Sicily. Because I can't necessarily rely on my navy at this point when fighting Carthage. Yeah, and he has a substantial force as well. I'm gonna build another legion. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So 10. Then I'm gonna have 1, 2, 3, 4. I can have 2 light as well. So that's a somewhat of a force. So we have a new import route in the capital. Province of Corsica increases loyalty. Yeah, I need Corsica to be loyal. I'm gonna take the money hit. So yeah, I can't actually import anything here to the capital, even though I kind of need more food. I want to take a look at what we're exporting, so I can perhaps keep that to myself. We're exporting some livestock, which I could put in my capital. I'm just gonna increase the. If I get 2 of them, I can increase the pop promotion speed, which is pretty good. I'm gonna cancel with LOL, because they're a Carthaginian subject, and I'm gonna take that sheep for myself. There we go. And now we need to find the new commander as well. So we removed him from command earlier. This guy doesn't look necessarily very Roman, but going down to Ostia. Meet up in Ostia. So now we're more on equal footings with Carthage, even though they're going to be stronger. I mean, that's fine. I think that he's not necessarily going to land all his troops, but you can't be sure about that, I guess. We do have a claim now here on Brutia, but I am Vox Populi. That's not good. He doesn't like me at all. So our consul is getting old. Gotta get a new one here in a bit. Maybe I should wait for them to get in power to get the military bonus for having a military candidate in power. That would increase our chance of winning against the Punic Carthaginians here. So I have a 84% development of my claim here, so I'm gonna wait before I do something stupid here. So we can have 2 more light infantry just to supplement that force a tiny bit. In the meanwhile, you can start marching down here. So it looks like Heraclea Pontica was able to secure the northern border. And that means that we have usually see Heraclea Pontica die pretty early on, so that's nice to see them once again, or I mean for once actually expanding. So it looks like Olympia has been conquered by Messenia. So we do have a claim now on the major power of Carthage. my objective in this war is actually to secure Sicily primarily, and of course Calabria here. We cannot have any Phoenicians here on Calabria, that's for sure. That's for sure. So I have a local superiority when it comes to this area, but I will get tyranny for taking that, but it's fine. It's fine. I don't actually have access on this asshole's land. Maybe I can do some sneaky landings just right over here, because this guy is my ally, right? No, he used to be my ally. Guess I grew out of him because I'm a major power. He's just a local boy. So, but I can easily get access to him. So I can use my navy and just to move one sea tile over here and then march into Sicily. I'm not sure if this guy is going to give access to Carthage. He probably won't, so it's going to cockblock them here a bit. I'm going to have to keep one of these units in reserve to keep defending Italian territories, because I believe they will actually land some troops here in Etruria or Italia or Latium. So, in the meanwhile, we are going to declare that war. I'm going to take that tyranny hit. I'm going to fight a lot of his allies or subjects. I don't see him winning this at all in any way. Yeah, you're actually going to stay back in Capua to keep an eye on Italy, as it were. In the meanwhile, you guys going to move over here so you can get transferred into our allies' territory here, or subject. So we are taking a detrimental fight here. It looks like our guy is actually has lost some of his. He actually has cancer, so his martial is decreasing. Good thing we have a silver shield, so we can do our battles from now on. So that province is occupied. So we actually it's already getting the war goal here, I believe. Is he gonna come here? No, he's retreating all the way to Sicily, I presume. So actually, let's see here. Let's see here. Can I ask for access? He doesn't like me. I'm gonna send him some cash to increase that population. Actually, he's gonna have a civil war or rebellion here. Access. Yeah, soon. I can get some money. That's fine. I do have a fort coming up here. It's not going to be ready in time, because it'll be ready in 3 years, so no. For now, what I'm going to do is take my silver shield. I'm going to have him go all the way down here. Hopefully we won't get attacked on the way. It's a short trip anyway, so it should be quick. Quick and easy. Check the supply. He's fine there. For now. So, access. I'm going to extend the guarantee to him. He's not going to go to war right now anyway, which is going to procure my military access that I so desperately want, I guess, very soon. What about building bridges? The co-consul is getting upset. Make concessions from their agenda. Building bridges. While there is always a certain degree of toiling and foiling between the incumbent leaders of Rome, Consul Publius Cornelius Arvina and his co-consul Lucius Volumnius Violens are disagreeing more and more. Until now, the topics have been fairly minor and had little effects on the states, but the rulers' difference are now threatening to split into the public sphere. Whether as a result of a personal animosity or Mullish stubbornness, Lucius has been organizing opposition to an ambitious public works bill promised in his election campaign of Publius, a matter close to his heart. The proposed legislation will authorize the construction of an aqueduct system serving the provincial hub of Capua in Campania, encouraging further growth and prosperity for years to come and ensuring sanitation system and water supply are well maintained. So he wants some buildings done, an aqueduct in Capua, which, I mean, if he can get that through, that would be awesome, I guess. If we get like a buff on Capua or Campania or something like that, would be nice. So I'm gonna try to force it through anyway. Does he have a big power base? He is almost ready for civil war, but he is not strong enough. So, and he's not loyal anyway, so actually he's gaining loyalty. So I'm gonna have to upset him. I will have that bill passed, and that's gonna start an event chain, so let's keep an eye on what's gonna happen here. Looks like we have Carthage here with 80 fleets, 80 ships. Looking to land in my Greek provinces here. It's not something I can actually defend. Progress in the Senate. Following a few days of particularly grueling debates in the Senate, the exact lay of the political landscape has been determined, and it seems that Consul Publius will be able to pass his bill, calling in some old favors acquired over his political career. The co-consul Lucius is understandably vexed at such a political gamemanship and attempting to have the pass blocked on any grounds possible. Going forward without good faith is such an undetermined and delicate balance of power in Rome, a risk that might not be worth taking when co-consul Lucius could be persuaded to call off the dogs in return for a few promises. So we have a lot of political influence and we're not necessarily using it. We should use it to build up. Oh, looks like our fort there is getting sieged. Corsica is a lost cause. I can't defend it probably. We'll see. So what do we need to do? Call in the debts. Losing even more loyalty. Here he gains loyalty. So does that mean... So I can bribe him or call in my favors. This will affect our stability. Let's try to call in our all debts. I don't want to bribe him. If I'm role-playing as that straight-up guy, then it should be... So now I can walk on this guy's land, but I can't walk on his. So, the Cornelian Bats of Capua. So, Cornelius Publius and his ambitious civic projects have finally triumphed over the petty political squabbles of the Senate. Already vast numbers of workmen have been directed to the province of Campania to begin erection of an aqueduct and reservoir serving the city of Capua and its planned lavish bathhouse and public fountains. Needless to say, both of the local administration and the province's populations are extremely grateful and honored to be the recipient of the work, and the Cornelian Bats are sure to make an impression on all who visit them. So he gains popularity, his faction gains support, the consul gains disloyalty, again, Rome populist faction loses loyalty or support, the governor is happy, the territory of Capua gains an aqueduct, we don't have any at the moment, Capua gains infrastructure works until 504, which increases local tax and commerce value, territorial loyalty and citizen happiness. So And we did lose some stability because we did force this through the Senate, even though the populists were trying to block it. So that was fun. We managed to get that through, which was perfect, and we're going to invest even more in Capua now, I guess, because that makes sense. They have a lot of local citizen happiness now for 10 years. So I'm going to remove the military camp we have here, training camp. I'm going to build an academy and a library, along with yeah, I think that's fine, and we're going to see if we can import something. We can't, not at the moment. So thanks for watching, guys. We are going to finish off the war with Carthage here pretty swiftly, I hope. I just want to take the rest of Calabria here, maybe part of Sicily as well. If I can land some troops on Sardinia as well, that would be awesome, just to get some occupation. Otherwise, yeah, we'll see what happens in the next episode. Thanks for watching.